Well, I didn't think DreamWorks would do this, but they're actually doing it. So, Dogman. What can I say about this film? If I'm going to be honest, I never read any of the Dogman books ever in my own life. Like, not at all. Since it's made by the same person who created the Captain Underpants books, and I actually like reading the books. I actually watched the Super Baby, Ook and Grook, the Kung Fu Fighting Caveman. And did I mention more Captain Underpants? Yeah, so when Captain Underpants first came out, I actually fell in love with this film, and DreamWorks did a good job. Even though if I was director, I'll just copy elements from the first book. But DreamWorks surprised me, so I am happy to say that DreamWorks really did a good job. Albeit not full on faithful. They did took some elements of not just the first book, but also from the second book and the fourth book, which I haven't even read the fourth book, but I'm willing to try. I can already see the appeal of Captain Underpants, even though I still remember the time that I did see it on a big screen. I really did saw it in theaters. And to this day, it really was worth it to see on the big screen. So, even though they haven't made a sequel to Captain Underpants, which I actually will dive more deeply, instead of making a sequel to Captain Underpants, they decided to do a movie spin-off of Captain Underpants with Dogman. And if you ask me, I'm okay with it. I mean, it does look very promising. It really does. I mean, a police officer with a dog's head? Where's the shenanigans and whatnot? Though, I can sense that it has some promise, but anyways, so what's the premise of this film? I said it once and I'll say it again. I never read the books, but for my understanding, it's about a police officer and his dog that are crime fighters of the police world. Well, in this world that they live in, like they're police officers, and they fight crime like police officers do. But then, due to the full-on accident of the police officer and the dog, they both end up almost passing death. So since these two are severely injured, what do? They placed the dog's body onto the police officer's head. Stupid, I know, but somehow it worked. It paid off at the end. Though, now that I mention it, what's gonna happen to the police officer's head and a dog's body? Are they gonna put the police officer's head on the dog's body like how the dog's police officer's head? Look, again, I never read the book, so I'm pretty much new to Dogman. The one thing I do like about the trailer or trailers is that the animation is staying true to the art style of the books, and that's what I do like. Though even though it's using the same books, it does remind me a lot of animation techniques. Well, two from exact. Again, the animation is inspired by the art style who made Captain Underpants, but not just that, but also the Peanuts movie as well, which is all by frame animation. Though I hope you do remember it. I mean, it's actually the best blue sky film ever, and more people should remember it, you know. There's some stuff about the trailer that I might like once the movie comes out, like the Chief's officer. That's really fun to listen to. I really like the performance of the officer. There's some action scenes in the trailer that is really epic, and I can't wait to see more of it. And there's some moments that are pretty funny, and they're really good. I like those comedy segments in there. That is basically telling us that it's a comedy. But then I come to my biggest nitpick, and that is the main antagonist, which is the cat. I never read DogMan books, so if this is really the case, then I have a lot to bite into. If you haven't watched my channel, or you haven't, on my channel, I made a video called Sharing Thoughts on Garfield. You might be wondering, why did I do that video? Well, it was at a time that the Garfield movie was coming out, and I made this exchange. And there are the bad guys. If you haven't guessed, I'm a cat person, and I love cats, and I want to see more films that feature cats as the good guys. But this is a perfect example why enough is enough. I want cats as the good guys and dogs as the bad guys. You know, just add this role reversal in a way. Yeah, well, in the case of DogMan, I might give this an excuse, because this is not insulting to me per se. It doesn't really insult me by any means. I will give this film an excuse why they will make this cat as the main antagonist. Only this once. Only this one. I still stand by my point that there's some animated movies that the dog should be the villains and the cat should be the heroes. But for this film, it makes sense why the main character is a dog and why he is the hero of the film. So for the sake of this, it has my excuse. But will I be watching it? Will I be watching DogMan? Possibly. Well, listen, I might be cutting places here, but I have a psychology. If DogMan becomes successful at the box office, then possibly, just possibly, I might finally get a long-awaited sequel to Captain Underpants. If my psychology is correct, it might happen. Keyword might. I didn't say it's gonna happen. I said it might gonna happen. So, if you really want to see Captain Underpants, Harold with a flat top and Harold with a bad haircut, please remember that. If you want to see these guys again, you must watch DogMan. Just watch DogMan, and then possibly, we might get a sequel to Captain Underpants. And will I be seeing it? Potentially. I will be watching it with my niece, but the point is that if we must watch DogMan if we want to see a sequel to Captain Underpants. That's my psychology here. And that's all I have to say about this video. It's really short by around 8 minutes, but I hope I get the message across. I know it's doing this old dog good, cat evil cliche, but as long as this film works in the end, then hopefully everything will go out. Anyways, if you like this video, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing my YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok, and if you like it so much, why not just share my content and turn on the notification bells? Look, this is the end of the video, so I had to make sure everything counts. So this is my video on DogMan, and I bid you farewell.